We'll give a slight chance. No, there's no Jerry Williams.
Oh man, I wanted to see Manfred call Jerry Williams.
What do you know?
There's no Jerry. Well, Manfred, you pick up the directory and you look, and there's no Jerry Williams. But there's only like
so I tell people, I'm like,
40 or 50 names in there. So
it's like, so either he doesn't live here, he doesn't have a phone.
So can I? Wait. So, is there a thief option?
thief.
There's not exactly anything to
Oh,
take.
like picking pockets or something?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to pick some pieces of paper out of a guy's pocket.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm just asking.
You don't have. Well, you could try.
What would it be?
There's a minuscule chance.
What would it be under?
Sneak, right?
It would probably be a dex, a straight dex roll.
Or
in this case. Plus, he would also have a chance of getting a spot hidden check to see if he notices you do it.
Where's Dex?
Dexterity's up in the upper right.
So
So
that
it's
would
in the
be like.
teens.
I want her to make it so I can spot her doing it.
do it. Go for it.
It's probably a bad, super bad idea. I'm
Go
going that
for it.
right now.
Do
Just
it.
trying to pick the man's pocket when he's in a house. If you walk by somebody and bump into a complete stranger and pick their pocket, you have a, you know, if you just walk up to him and, unless you're like trying to seduce him or something and then reach in his pocket and he's like, oh, and grab the paper, that's something.
His wife
different.
died, don't do it.
Come on. No, this is all out of character. What I'm saying is it's a very minuscule chance, and if he notices you, and since there's no witnesses really, I would say Kyle would, in this case, this mean guy would probably beat the crap out of you. I'm just throwing this out here, Nissa. Don't do it, okay? I have advised against it very strongly. There's a very little chance
Out of
that you
character,
would.
it could be very in character of you to try it.
No, it wouldn't. She's a freaking plastic surgeon. She's not a thief
Yeah.
or a
Yeah, but
prostitute.
I don't like this guy. He's not nice.
She seems to be kind of in the morality of a lawful. If y'all just give me the $500, this thing will go real smooth. Maybe chaotic good.
I said we just trust him.
Yeah, it's not Jerry Williams, man.
I know.
I lied to you.
He wants the money. He obviously, he might need it. He looks pretty scruffy.
Can't hear this
Don't you?
stuff from the river.
Yeah, everybody here's
No, you're
rich.
at the river. The
Except for
people,
Manfred
the
and
people
Angus,
who
but
have
I mean-
left
Those
the
are the ones
house.
that want the money.
Hold on, who left the house? These two so far. Didn't you go out back? No. I thought the
I
third
looked
person
out
went
the
out.
window.
You looked
Then
at the
how about
window.
you rich people
Did you
give
go
them
out back?
money?
You didn't go out back.
When we have 150,
Okay,
I'll
so
put
it's just the two of you
$100
out
on the
back.
table for that.
that's all.
500. You gotta make sure I get 500 and it's all against.
Wait, the name was fake? I
I lied to you.
mean, if you help us solve the
Manfred,
mystery, you
does-
got a
does
shot at
Manfred
finding
look
his
really
ass.
hurt when he
It's
says
like,
that?
Clint, why are you so mean?
When you've seen the things I've seen and done the things I've done,
we've seen
this
stuff.
means you. Not
My parents
what
were
I've
murdered in
seen.
front of me, and I'm not mean.
But I know what you've seen
What have I seen?
isn't what I've seen.
I don't think he heard you. He didn't hear what you said. He was talking to Manfred at the same time.
Oh.
You said it, and I don't think he.
Because apparently everybody's formed a circle around me and trying to intervention.
No, I think it's just these two.
I said my
It's just these
parents.
two are talking. These two are listening, and these two have left the house. But I don't think he heard you, Nissa. I literally don't think he heard you.
I said my parents were murdered in front of me, and I'm not mean.
Watch this.
So why do you have to be so mean? Why can't we be friends? Why don't you? Why don't we just talk? Well,
I've lost more than just my parents.
Thought bubble. Why is everybody's parent, like, origin story so tragic? Except mine.
because mine are Russian.
My story's not tragic at all. Mine's
My
badass.
parents were running away from
Mine's not
Russia
tragic,
for a
it's
reason.
dramatic.
Wait, are you saying? Wait, what?
What?
Who are you answering?
That's
No, he
I
was
got
thinking
pretty
that.
long
He said
one.
thought bubble.
Oh,
Sorry. That's okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
I
I
didn't
didn't
either.
hear that either. So
It's hard.
I need to.
I'm not.
no, it is.
But-
And it requires. Keep going.
Can you just not be so mean? Like, what is it that you want? Why can't?
$500.
Okay.
This is so simple. And like she's rich because she's a plastic surgeon. $500
Just
right
stay
now.
careful.
And I'll give you this name.
I don't even care about the name. I want to know why you are so mean.
Oh.
Do you want to talk?
I walk out. I walk out of the house.
I want to know what you're feeling.
I rip it more.
It's ripped pretty good,
Okay.
isn't it?
All right.
You put it back in your pocket anyway, so they're gonna have to
I did it
assault
to
you. to
form
get
Do
it.
you have a cigarette? You can burn them. Manfred, stop!
It doesn't matter. He
You a
walks.
Canadian being helpful.
He walks back out of the house. No, this is good role play. You're trying to understand him. He's not ready to talk about it, so he
I'm
walked
gonna follow
away.
him at a distance.
can't help this man. He's unhelpable.
Maybe there's something else.
Also, keep in mind, story-wise, you guys barely know each other.
Well, yeah.
So this might be something that Kyle is going to play with, and as you get to know each other, his character might eventually come to at least not dislike you guys as much as he does at the moment. Well, I know he hates everybody, right, Kyle? Pretty
Yes.
much. He hates the world. He hates life. He hates
I thought it
everything.
was your buddy.
But that doesn't mean. No, you
You're
don't know
you're
this.
like my cash.
But that doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. But sometimes you can't push a person. You have psychology at a decent level, right?
Yes.
Make me a psychology check. I'm going to give you a bonus on this.
4. Out of
4?
65.
Okay. He's got some issues that he's not ready to talk about.
No shit.
Yeah. Well,
Is that what I just
Well,
discovered?
obviously you hadn't figured it out yet. You kept
no.
asking.
So psychologically,
So-
you realize he is not ready to open up, and at this point, it is not going to do any good to ask him.
Has
about
he
his
told me
history.
his wife died yet?
I
He
don't.
told everyone.
I think so.
Oh, you told everybody?
He's
He
always
said
like,
that over and over.
yeah, he said
Okay.
it a lot.
No. He didn't say it over and over, but I think he just said it now in the house, didn't you? A few minutes
He
ago.
said
Something
it-
I
about.
said I've lost more than
He's lost more. That's right.
But
I
like
don't
back
remember
in
when.
the day, he said that he lost his wife.
I don't think I told
I don't
you.
think
And
he
then you
has.
told me he lost his wife.
But you knew it from the backstory, from Kyle and I talked. You guys got to try to be careful to keep player knowledge and character knowledge.
I
So
thought
it's
he
tough.
said that out loud as a
I can't remember. I will know for sure
If
when I
I've
listen
said
to
it,
the
I've
tape.
said it once.
Okay. I don't think he said it.
I
all.
don't even think I've said it once.
So it's tough. It's hard, but it can be very rewarding, because that can be a fun thing to do play-wise. Is you don't know his wife died, and making some comment. Well, she made some comment about your mom. That was your mom.
Yeah.
It
Well,
could
it
come up
wasn't
that
even
some
me.
comment could come up
And
about your
not
wife,
go over
and he
well.
could fly off the handle, and you guys won't know why. That as players, you will know why.
So do we want to play that we've never heard anything about his wife?
Let's do that for now. That you don't know
Alright.
about his wife, just that he seems like an angry person. And when she tried to actually get him to talk about why he's so mean, as she put it, he just walked out the door.
Plus, you have to think how
I
big
didn't-
I am too. I'm allowed to be mean because nobody here is gonna do anything.
Well,
I mean, this guy's like the same size.
Angus is the
All I'm saying
closest,
is-
but he's drunk as hell all the time.
And
Yeah.
also outside the house.
You're on side?
No, he
Oh,
is.
he's outside the house.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, you can use the character knowledge to make, and player knowledge sometimes to make for a good story. Kyle's playing this that his character's not talking about his past because he's upset about it. And yeah, he's mean. He's an angry fellow. At the same time, he's basically throwing out there that if you guys pay him $500,
Why me?
well, if you
I'm a
guys,
great psychologist. What's your problem?
you're not a psychologist. You've just studied psychology.
I'm just saying, since the speakeasy, I've made it clear what my goal
Yes.
is, and no one is gonna give it to me. $500, and you get the name, you get my cooperation, and we all have a happy ending. But everybody wants to be like, oh, let's try and figure this guy out, and push his buttons behind his back. So I've been beating the shit out of Angus and not cooperating until I get my $500.
But no, you shouldn't explain that so clearly.
I shouldn't,
make
but
them
it
figure
should be
out.
clear to them.
What
It
do you
should
got,
be
man?
easy.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Yeah,
to be
so-
I
honest.
mean, I knew that. I mean, like you told
Maybe
me
some
that all
rest
you
in
want is
trash
$500.
Okay.
You told that to
you
my
don't find
character
anything
straight
wrong.
up.
There's some just.
That's why you're mean
Right.
because you don't have the 500.
Exactly.
Maybe that is why he's mean.
Did you say that like in game?
He
No,
said that
he
to
didn't.
me. Yeah, he did.
No, I'm just really confused how you guys have not figured it out yet.
He just
we
he
figured
mentioned
it out
that he
out
wants
of
to
the
buy
game.
it.
Well,
It's the people that would pay me can't pay me.
Like it's
I know Manfred would just give me $500 to have cooperation. Right?
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have $500.
Like it's
So
it's obvious out of the
we're
game.
digressing. We're digressing. He has mentioned he has made it very clear that he wants money, and he mentioned to you. He said blatantly to you $500, and I'll give you the name.
Well, and then I said, "What do you want?"
I understand
and
that.
He said $500.
Right, $500. So it looks like he needs, and his character looks like he's not seen. He's seen better days as far as he's relatively. Your clothing is not the nicest clothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's dirty, and maybe he's a vagrant too. You guys have no idea where he's coming from. It can be tough. Kyle's making it hard.
Well, he also tried to bargain. He offered me $100.
Well, yeah, but what
I'm
I'm saying
not
is,
bargaining.
if Kyle
I'm
had
gonna keep
found the
trying,
name,
Well, if we
Like,
find
very
this guy though, if we find this guy, would you accept less than 500 though?
he's left the house. He's gone.
I'm gone.
You can't even make this conversation.
And he said
Let me follow him out there then.
Oh, but, okay.
I'm about
yeah.
done
You can walk-
cooperating
you
even.
can
I'm
walk
gonna start
out.
working so late.
And you can do that too.
I might.
You make it harder for me.
Alright,
That's okay.
hey, you're not gonna leave us, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you are, or
I
yeah.
might. Where's my $500?
Like I told you, you're gonna get that when we're all done with this. Because that's when we get the 500 all together.
trust these people.
Yeah, well,
I can hear this conversation
No,
now.
they're out front.
I only trust
Oh,
you.
I assume you went out the
Manfred.
front door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, never mind.
I mean,
No
I
problem,
don't
no
blame you for trusting those two, but I'll tell you definitely, I'm not interested in any of that money because I flash this stuff around like I got a bunch of it, so
You seem like a wealthy man. I bet you could write me a check for $500 right now.
I bet you I could too, but I bet that's not the point.
All right then.
The
I
point
start
is,
walking away.
He walks away. Kyle's playing his character, and it's annoying that it's rough. But
Yeah.
at the same time,
Oh.
he is playing his character, and it's
I don't
It's good
want to
role
do
play.
this. Like
It's
I'm
good
wasting
role play.
time.
No, it's cool.
But like you guys won't do it, so I mean
So the
that's
role
what
play's
I'm
right.
Yeah.
you got to play
I
your
have to
character.
work.
When I
And he
play
has to bargain.
games,
He's
when
a
I play
cheapskate.
games, I make a character and I am that character. I can't be myself.
Exactly, and he's playing his
I'll
character.
just-
You're playing your character, trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm playing my character.
You're playing your character, and
Yo,
it's fine.
no.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
making this more complicated than it needs to be, but at the same time, I will not disparage any of it
I like how you added his hat so that he wouldn't look for it.
because that's what the whole thing is about. Sitting around a table role playing is being somebody different for a little while.
Yeah.
And maybe being kind of a jerk and being a drunk ass and
Being completely trustworthy.
anyway, so and being a little
Copywriter.
conniving. Well, you're not conniving. in
A
real
little
life,
bit. No.
Really? Okay.
Yo, is this guy
I'm just
Trying to figure it out.
I'm just being a
I
cocky
don't know you as
writer.
well
I
as I
don't
need
care.
you.
Can't label Manfred.
How about this?
Canadian.
I
And
shall
what I
work
will throw out is that if you do write a check for 500, he's
Yeah.
satisfied, and then you guys will still get the reward. And
Yeah, that's 500 out of my pocket.
that's
now.
that is.
You
so,
can split it.
And if you don't want to do that, then don't.
I've been waiting for an
Do not
opportunity to
do it.
put that out.
If you don't
Like,
want to do
we all
it,
put
then
money.
definitely don't do it. I'm not going to ever encourage you to ever do at this table.
Oh,
anything
no,
that character
no,
would.
I know.
Bad
Okay.
behavior.
It wouldn't be out of character for me. I mean, I really don't care because you know how much I make a year.
And also out of character, out of
500 is a lot.
If I had to roll to good numbers as I would, I probably would help you guys. But I could honestly probably do this all on my own with my rolls. So
And his character is terribly
Yeah.
embittered, self-loathing,
What's your
I would
credit
say
rating?
a little bit, and
Here's my
angry.
credit rating.
This just
I'm gonna go kill some crab people.
Crap.
Crab people.
Also, I'm ex-cop. I figured you'd want that.
Let me shout out him then.
What
I'll
is
shout
your
out him
credit
and tell you
rating?
what.
You're walking away and he shouts at you.
Tell you what. I'll write the check.
All right. I'll
Well-
give you these pieces of paper when you write that check.
All right.
What?
We'll just
This is all outside. Hold
yeah,
on.
this is awesome.
I know.
Can I be coming out?
Oh, you're gonna write me a secret note?
Check.
The check will say 500, but it'll write 5,000. So it'll not be any good.
Is there a bank? in this
No, there's no
town?
bank in this town.
Hmm.
Remember, the only actual businesses are the feed store, the general store, the church, and the one-room schoolhouse.
How do they handle canceling checks in this day and age?
What do you mean? Oh, he would have to contact his bank, which means either via telephone, which from here would cost him several dollars, if he can make a connection, or actually show up in person to cancel.
Yeah, it was scrappy, but it was funny because like
Okay.
you didn't even look and just like.
So it would be
Oh, I knew it was
a
scrappy
deal
from
to
earlier.
Oh,
cancel
okay.
the
'Cause,
check.
like, I was
Also,
like,
you
I thought it
are
was, like,
a
the
giant
second half or
guy.
something, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
I think his
damn.
name is in the phone book, which
Oh,
also would
fine.
include an address.
Okay.
Just throwing him some
Good
information.
luck putting that together.
Is it? What does it say?
Check.
Check. Okay. I thought
Check
you were
and
writing me a
then
note like this
self-signature.
check will not ever. I'm
I'm
signing
It'll
up
bounce.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, it'll bounce.
Hey James, you should grab the.
You've bought my cooperation steel.
No
but I will
problem.
not cooperate.
Oh, now are you gonna make him put it back together? Or are you actually gonna tell him what it says?
For a laugh,
You're gonna wait to see if he makes
I'll
it.
actually want to hear what he says when he puts it together because that's a really
You
weird
tore it up.
name.
It is. It is a weird name.
weird
It's
name.
the name
Okay.
it's the name that's actually in the game. So and
Okay.
some of them.
It's the name of the game.
Well,
And only me and him will still know because they're all inside.
right.
We're outside.
Yeah,
They're out back.
He is, isn't he?
Manfred is out back.
I'm just sitting here feeling annoyed.
Angus is out back, and he's out back, kind of looking around, trying to see if they
Well, I
can
did
figure out
say
what
I
happened.
followed
What were you
him.
gonna say? Em?
Can I try to gather Angus? Do I know he's outside in the back?
Yeah,
You saw him go out the back door, so you can go out and look for him.
Can I go out and yell his name?
Yeah.
Is
Do
it
me another
Roger?
spot hidden when you go out
Is
the
it
door.
Roger Haney?
No.
Haney? Haney?
It's Harney Ruger.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
You tore it up pretty good.
Oh.
And it's barely on there. It's real
Yeah.
light print. Did you make
There's
your roll?
two.
I did.
Yeah! Party!
Yay.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna check by it. You do spot him. He's down by the river. He's panning for gold.
Alright.
Yep.
It's like, yo, we're having like, not yo.
As
Hey,
he's doing this, I'm gonna
hey,
like walk back and look
we're
at
having
these
some
guys. Or the guys, those guys.
Well, I
They're
mean,
still in
I-
the house. You guys are still.
Well, I said
Alright,
as soon as he
like,
walked
I'm,
out
like,
that I was gonna
putting
follow
up
behind
some
him.
moonshine.
Why didn't you
Like,
that? Miss it? If
Yeah.
I miss
That's
something,
like,
you
we should
say.
probably go back.
Well, then
No,
he was
please.
following, and so like since they
1
were
minute.
talking, I just stopped.
I
But
feel
like
pretty
I,
Okay, so you're on the porch.
yeah, I was like kind
We're
of
stopped
like
on the porch.
watching.
He's already.
I was
kind
trying
of-
not to be like.
He's already kind of rebuffed you.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not like following.
Did you just
yeah.
go in? You just in the house right now?
Yeah, I'll still be in the house.
Okay, he's in the house. You're still looking around just in case.
Have I found anything, Ken?
Oh, what's your luck?
My luck is 55.
55. So, hold on. Yeah, make me
I
a
am.
roll.
My character is drunk.
Make me a roll.
And he's drunk.
It's not going to be. It's based on luck, but it's not luck. So keep that in mind. You have to roll really well.
47.
You know.
Alright.
Dang.
One of these days.
I guess I'll go back to the house.
Well, you heard him. Did you call his name or did you just go? Yeah, you just went. Hey, come on in, and that's when you.
I went out there and told him
Okay.
that there was some problems going on.
Alright.
And we should probably all
I filled my
Keith,
empty
what are you
jar
doing?
full
I'm
of
still just
spring
kind
water.
of wandering around the trail, I guess.
Okay.
Seeing if there's anything I can spot.
It follows this river. Just follows the river. You gonna keep walking down just to see?
Yeah. So I'm not hearing anything, so if it's
Back to the
Okay.
house, your spot.
So I
She's on the
catch
porch.
her on the way. I
She's
catch her
on the
way.
porch. She stopped when you went after him.
I got
she
the-
went a little
Yeah,
ways
because
to
if he was
stop.
gonna leave, I was gonna follow in my car.
I got the name. Let's get to the phone.
Has an R in
It's
it,
not in
doesn't
the
it?
directory.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew I had an
Did
R.
you hear that?
What?
He just said something.
It's not in the directory.
Yeah,
I
he's
walk
fine.
in. What's the news?
You three are still out front, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there no one in the house now?
Haven't we been
No,
gathered?
he's
Okay.
in. Yeah, not quite, because
Oh.
you had this conversation on the front porch before you went in,
Yeah.
and then he said he's not in the grave.
All right. Well, what was his name again?
Arnie Ruger.
Can-
All right. Harney Ruger is the name.
Yeah, it's a very strange name.
I'm kind of curious as to why this writer.
you guys
bubble,
going back?
Bubble,
Are you
Bryan.
guys- Okay, go ahead.
Like why is this writer paying $500 to this guy? Like, what's his alternative motive?
Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
that's right. You did see him write the check
Yeah.
because you were on the porch. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No,
I'm
she's
not-
just thinking about
Doesn't-
that.
Can I do a psych check and see if I
Oh,
think
I was
he's
about to
actually
say-
doing something? Or is that
What do you mean?
if he actually has an alternative motive? I'm sorry.
It would not really be possible to tell.
Okay.
Not from now.
Okay.
In this case, it's not really related to you. You just watched him write a check, and you don't know, and that's fun.
Well, I heard him like because he was like yelling like I'll give you the $500.
You could overhear the conversation. You weren't too far away, but at the same time,
Yeah, I
figuring
know.
out why he's doing it would be a little too detailed for a
Yeah,
psychologist.
but it makes me red flag.
Good. All right. So, are you guys returning into the house? You three.
Yeah, me and Aaron are in the house. Well, me and
But these three here, Jones, right? Steele, sorry. Steele. Polichev.
We're not talking real
And-
names yet.
Clint.
Okay, so much to drink. Everton.
My artist name.
Are you three returning into the house then?
I was gonna tell her to get everybody, and we're gonna go back to the general store and ask.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna tell the group.
You can get them yourself.
You didn't pay me $500.
I'm gonna tell the group there's a path by the river by his backyard.
Okay.
Just saying. That's what I found.
leads to the river.
His boots are all wet. You notice that.
Does this path lead to the river?
And actually, there's kind of a wet spot on his backpack. It's roundish. You wiped off the pan, but it's still like there's a little bit of moisture.
I understand.
What were you doing down there?
Panning for gold.
I thought so.
I didn't find anything
No
yet.
further questions.
This is gonna make a great look.
You're right.
You write short stories, remember? You short story well.
I'm thinking about something.
That works.
I'm thinking about writing a book about
That's it at this
this.
point in time.
Okay, by all
Yeah.
time all this happened, it's still only about 3 in the afternoon.
Pretty interesting.
Let's hit them. Well,
You're looking for
let's
a
do
main
stuff.
character.
He said, well, you said something to her about it. Okay, go
I'll be
ahead.
sure to keep you
You guys are all in the house again.
Oh,
What are
right,
you doing?
except for me. So.
Oh, that's right. You walk, continue down the
Yeah, I'm
path.
just kind of still wondering.
It just follows the river. Looks like it
Okay.
follows the river.
If anybody's got any conversations they want to hold in the house, I can just leave for a minute or two.
Oh, hey, where's McKeefe? We need to get back in
You
here.
went outside back
No, I
or
didn't
something
know.
out there.
Yes, he was out there wandering by the path, by the river,
He
which
should.
doesn't have gold.
You were looking for like 10 minutes.
I just don't feel too safe letting him go there alone by himself. You know, with all these.
Crawdads.
Somebody said, go get him. We're running out of time. gonna get dark and the fire's gonna come.
I
Go,
dart out,
Stuntman,
I
go.
dart out the
Okay,
door.
maybe a dex times 5.
Alright.
You're pretty buzzed, right?
Yeah. I've been
Maybe a
drinking
dex times
while
5.
I've been drinking while I'm shifting. I've been depleting my bottles of
Okay.
moonshine over here.
That's awesome.
84.
Out of, what's your dex times
10.
5?
Or
50.
50? Okay. He goes running out the back door. He misses a step. And he,
Falls on his
he just tumbles off the back porch into the yard. Crashes to the
Maybe
ground.
two of us should go. Let me walk him out there.
You walk by him.
McKeefe. McKeefe.
How far away is he exactly?
You start walking down the trail. Give me a spot hidden.
Oh, I can't.
Where you at?
I'm so
We'll see if you see him or if you have to walk for a couple minutes.
Oh, that's 100.
0-0.
Yeah.
You start walking. You must have gone that way down the trail. So
Yeah.
you're heading upstream. You thought you saw him, and then so you're walking up that way. He's going the wrong way. You can see this. You're laying on the ground.
I get up. Steal.
Sorry.
No, don't help him.
Oh, I'm not, I didn't know if he didn't actually know.
If he doesn't, then he can. Yeah.
Yeah. Steal.
I do know.
Steal. You're going the wrong way. Here. I pick myself up.
You gonna point him the right way?
He
Yeah.
draws a
And
map,
then I'll-
actually.
All right.
And then I walk with Steal.
Okay, you guys walk
Right.
down the right way. He takes you the right way. It's only a few minutes before you spot McKeefe a little ways down. You can shout to him if you want.
Hey,
Yeah, you hear him call to you.
Hey,
McKeefe,
bro.
Hey.
Hey, what
Hey!
up?
we don't say bro, we don't say what up.
He says, hey!
He says, hey, what's up at the house?
You're gonna yell back and forth.
What's up?
Why
What
don't
do you
you
do?
come back?
He's like 100 yards away.
Come
That
back
way.
this way, we got a lead.
I go ahead and walk on back, and I'm like, hey,
Okay.
did you guys get anything?
Yeah, we got this guy, Harney Ruger.
Riding a Ruger?
Yeah, strange name, right?
That sounds like something that's been up.
Sounds made up to me. And I'm the writer.
You guys return to the house. Everybody's back together. Woo!
We finally did it.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, that's the end of the adventure. No.
Yeah, no,
What
that's-
what are you guys doing? He's already noted that it's not Harney Ruger's not in the
So
phone
let's go
book.
back to the general store then, I guess.
Wiping
Okay.
myself off.
Okay.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
said.
you're not
Like
that
I
dirty.
said.
Like you said.
I said it too.
Okay, you guys will go back to the general store.
Got what you needed.
I'm still saying I only answer to this guy.
You go
He
back.
paid the 500 on his own.
Good girl.
I say that to everyone in the house.
Well, you paid this guy $500.
Wait, you
Let's
wanted
not talk
$500?
about it. Let's not talk about it.
I made it clear what I was in this for, and now I have. Adios, back to Providence.
Oh.
So is he
Okay.
gonna be a good asset?
That almost
to
would
us
be
now?
my character.
Hopefully.
But he still wants to know more about the supernatural because of his wife's death.
Not there. See, when you mention it like that, people think you're saying it, and that's why people think you mentioned it a bunch.
Yes, but I mean, I go deeper whenever I'm in character.
We did refer to the character.
I do like that. I like different character voices from your regular
Yeah.
voice. That's what I always do accents on my guys. You go back to the general store. You ask about Harney Ruger to like the clerks and the old guys, and they tell you that he's an old handyman. He lives up in an unpainted cottage about 4 miles north of Janet, at the end of a lane the width of a wheelbarrow.
And I just got a bad feeling about this
Yeah,
guy.
you're carrying
Is he all right in the head?
Yeah, he's just lives up in the middle of nowhere. He lives up. They tell you the name. They tell you if you go right up the street and just keep following it, when it narrows up, it's about 4 miles.
How does Hodges know him?
I don't know. Well, everybody knows him. He's been a handyman. He just does odd jobs around town. He lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Where
Up,
did they go?
up by Stratton Mountain up there, about north of town, like I said.
Alone too, right?
Yeah, he lives by himself. The constable came up from west. I don't think he didn't say town. He wouldn't hesitate, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. From West Wardsboro, and he went and he talked to Harney. Harney had nothing to say. So you're wasting your time. That's
I mean, you couldn't hurt
Jed.
to try.
this is what Jed tells me.
Can't
Alright,
try
well,
it.
thank you for your time. I guess we'll go check it out.
Who's got it?
He said it's the width of a wheelbarrow. We're going to have to go up on foot, I think.
I mean, we can get to that though.
That's what he said. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to drive up the road, you can get about a mile up the road before it's getting to the point where it's going to be impassable.
Drive me, Manfred.
How far is it up the road? I mean, a mile, and then how far from
He
there?
told you that it was 4 miles north of Jennings. And you can get about a mile of that before it's narrowed down and you're in very good danger of your cars either hitting a deep spot and busting a wheel or just not being able to get any further.
Manfred, I trust your professional driving skills. Get
I
me all the
don't.
way there.
You can
Is
you
there-
can try to drive it,
Is,
but
is there someone that would let me
you're stopping and you're.
rent the horse? A horse? The horse? Their horse? Any horse? Is there a horse? Maybe it's a
You haven't
horse.
seen any horses in this town.
Dang, I've got it right.
4 miles ain't that long a hike.
And it's actually going to only be 3. Here's what happens. You guys drive up that first mile, correct? In your 3 cars, and you stop when it gets too rough. If you want Manfred to keep driving you up there, you can try it. You can try to make the rolls. It'll take a roll per mile.
You think you can do it,
Any
Manfred?
failed rolls
No.
means your car is going to get stuck and will have to be towed out.
No.
I'll throw that out there. Pull back to the knee here. Showing you behind the magic curtain. It's a rough road, and you know that if you get stuck up there, you're going to have an awful time doing it.
Don't do it.
It's your call. It's still your call. I mean, it's your
Just
car.
walk.
Just walking.
Okay.
Yes, we won't.
Hutz isn't going to say anything to that just because he doesn't. I don't know what to do. I don't want to ruin my car. Okay.
I
So-
guess I need to buy some shoes from the general store that aren't heels.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
Oh God, yes. Whoops. Somebody startled her. She didn't like feet. That's okay. All right. So you grab some. We'll say you grab some boots. You bought some boots before you headed up. You guys walk up the trail. It's about 3 miles. Takes you about a
Beautiful.
little
out
less
here,
than an
by
hour. It is beautiful. It's cold though. It's really cold up here. Everybody's got their overcoats and stuff. I'm assuming.
Spot hidden.
You're the coldest. There's for what?
I don't know.
Hidden stuff.
That's why it's this.
He's trying to
Why-
find
why am I
something
cold?
in
I can suggest it to you.
Because you're somewhat wet.
Oh, right, but I've been drinking moonshine, so I'm warmed up.
You feel warmer,
Yeah, you
but
do
you're
feel
actually
warmer.
colder.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, you spot a small wooden shack. A couple miles beyond it, you see that is where the mountain is. Stratton Mountain. There's an acre of gardens, vines. There's a small orchard up there. You see a gangly, balding man who seems never to have entirely grown up.
alright,
That's a weird description. He's sinewy and rangy, and apparently skillful with an axe, because as you approach, you see that he's cutting wood.
How come they never?
He is splitting wood just like woof, and it's just ka-chunk,
Oh.
boom, ka-chunk. Obviously, he knows what he's doing when it comes to splitting wood. And he's wearing just typical clothing, not very nice clothing. He's got a hat, cloth hat. It's all crumpled. It's pretty rugged looking.
That guy
And
looks like
there is,
a-
and everybody can make me a quick spot hidden as you approach him.
Hey.
Made it?
Yep.
Hey, look, I made it.
I barely didn't make it.
You
Dang.
didn't make
wow.
yours. That's okay. It's,
Okay,
this is-
What's
I-
a 1?
oh, one is yeah. You see this
Okay.
first.
I made
Oh,
mine.
one is excellent. You made it.
Yeah, 24 out
I
of
John
rolled a
made it?
7.
Did you make it?
I rolled a 7, yeah.
Yes. Check it.
All
Was
right.
already
Yeah,
checked.
that's right.
Damn
I
it.
forgot about that.
Two successes.
2 successes.
Nissa, you didn't make it? No. Yes. So what we got is Kyle. Let's see. Let's go for names. Overton. Everton. Damn, I keep thinking Upton. Everton. Donald. Silversmith. And McKeefe made it. So you guys notice on the ground next to him, like kind of propped up nicely, there's a bottle. You don't see a label on it. Even from, especially, no, you guys just see the bottle. You notice there's no label on it from this distance. With that 01, that bam. What are you guys doing? Are you gonna walk up to him? Right now he's just splitting wood. He's got an axe.
It'd be bad to just sneak up on him, actually.
Yeah, I figure I'm just gonna walk up.
Okay.
You
Okay.
saw it?
Yeah,
excuse me,
I'm
sir.
gonna nudge Lionel. Say, look, this is one of my men. One of my men. He's one of my men.
Yeah, word.
And then I drink
Not
the
word.
moonshine. He's one of my
Has he
men.
spotted us
Indeed.
yet?
You don't know. He hasn't made any indication that he has.
You
Can
know,
I
would,
reach into my like coat and just like have one hand on my gun just in case?
It'll look
If
pretty
you want,
obvious, though.
Like,
It
there's-
will look pretty obvious.
Okay, I'm saying
You have
I
a
would-
shoulder holster, right?
well,
Yeah.
Yours is in your
Yeah, I
pocket.
carry it in my pocket.
You can put your you can put your hand
And
in
I
your
was
gun.
I'm gonna be like, excuse me, sir. Sir. Mr. Ruger?
Yeah.
Hi. I was wanting to ask you a few questions about your buddy, old pal, what's his name? From the Daily Reformer.
Who?
Excuse me, Steele. What was our man's name again? Hodges. Mr. Hodges. Do you know him?
Oh, Bartley Hodges?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Know everybody in town. Junk.
Do you know anything about,
He doesn't look really big or strong or anything like that, guys. He just looks like he knows what he's doing when it comes to cutting wood. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you know anything about, where he might have gone lately?
You guys are approaching as you're talking.
Stuntman.
Junk. Well, I did warn him. For goodness, I did.
What did you warn him about?
It's a clear look. What everybody notices now, the bottle that he's got looks like it's like a wine bottle shape. There's no label on it. You noticed that before.
I go, cheers. Drinking my moonshine.
Drinking my moonshine.
Well, my new friends are up there. Junk.
New friend. Oh shit, man, that's not me talking.
Okay.
Say
so,
friends, you say.
New friend.
Yeah, say it. You
I was
heard
just
something
like,
say
new
this,
friends.
Mr. Manfred?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, I got friends. Chunk.
Who are they?
Well, you know, my new friends know more than them professors from the U. Tell you what.
From the what?
The
You?
University. Oh.
Chunk.
You know more about what?
He's taking another swig.
Was that
About everything, boy. This guy looks like he's. When you get closer, you realize he looks like he's in his upper 50s, maybe. He still has like a
I'm
young face, though.
gonna walk up to him and ask him, what are you sipping on, my friend?
Wormwood?
No, it couldn't be absinthe. It's the wrong color. It's a clear liquid in the bottle.
What kind?
Anise is what I meant.
He says, "Well, I got some friends with some connection."
I also have friends with connections. We
Yeah.
should exchange connections. You know old Bill, right?
Oh, Bill.
Old Bill?
That's from Providence, right?
Old Bill goes everywhere.
No, old Bill's from Providence. Yeah, you're right.
Old Bill travels.
I know Bill Trout and I know Bill Harris. Neither one of them's very old.
This one just goes by Old Bill. He's my man. Looks me up.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Angus Silversmith. Please.
You're a stranger from around here, ain't you?
I'm a little strange to these parts.
How the hell would I know old Bill?
Bill travels like I travel.
Where do you travel?
I've,
Did you mutter
I've
under your
traveled
breath?
all the way from Mississauga, Toronto.
Oh, you're one of those Canadians.
Used to be.
Junk.
What I believe our foreign friend here was saying was that we're very interested in finding out about, say, Mr. Hodges and his new friends. Now, where did you say that they are?
They're not his friends, they're my friends, boy.
Ah, yes, your friends. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
What do they like to do?
Where do you and your friends?
They can make it snow, they can make it rain. Can you do that?
I sure would like to.
He's
I can
looking
see
around.
snow
Who's
in a
dressing
minute.
nice?
That would be me except for my
Oh, that's right.
If you
Okay,
consider
can you
military
do
tech,
that,
yes.
Professor? That's what he says. And then he goes back to kind of cutting his wood. He didn't seem to mean it malignantly or anything, or mean, just kind of mockingly.
Well,
I
sir,
pull out a wad of ones and say, I can make it rain.
He doesn't know what that means. That phrase hasn't been invented yet.
I invented it.
He's still cutting wood and he's sipping. I don't know nothing about Hodges. Don't know nothing about where he went. What happened to him? I told him not to go up there though.
Why?
Can I walk around and inspect his
That's what I was
shed?
just about to say.
You can try to, yeah. You can walk over there.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just a shack. It's kind of a shanty-ish. It's like homemade,
Does he have a window?
unpainted. There's a little window on like if you approach it, you got a door in the front, right?
Mhm.
There's one window on this side. You can't tell the other sides. But from the darkness inside, you would guess that there's no other windows. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Since you look, you can see the window and you can't see like light coming in from anywhere else in the building. You would guess that
Okay.
there's no other windows.
Can I do a spot hidden through that window?
Yeah, you can peek through. Well, you can peek through the window, and what you see is it looks like there's a cot in there with a dirty blanket on it. Probably it's just kind of a, you know how if people just got up and they just dropped the blanket. There's some junk from a person who would live by themselves would have little things, little knickknacks and stuff. There's a little rugged table.
Right.
You can spot a couple more bottles have been like put under the table. The little tiny, like it's almost like a nightstand. This is probably as small as if you cut the kitchen, if you took the wall there and extended it and came right here like this. So it's about what 8 or 10 feet by 10 feet. It's just a real small shack that this guy's living in.
So is
But
he
looking in
gonna-
through the dirty window, you don't really see anything that interests you.
How
Anything
close
that
is
like
he to the
stands
door?
out. Maybe 20. It's maybe 20, 30 feet. So he's
so
cutting wood.
is he?
He can see Kyle. He can see what Kyle's doing. He doesn't apparently care.
Okay, never mind. That.
I mean, it's not like he could sneak up and be like, not be seen by where from where this guy's standing. But he walked up and he's just kind of looking and peering in the window of his shack.
And there's no other doors, just one door on front.
That's all you guys can see from the direction, because the door's on your side. There could potentially be a door on either of the two sides that are away from you guys.
Is he gonna care if I like take a look around the place, like around the?
You have no idea. Nissa, what's your question?
I was wondering if I could do a side check to see if this guy's like stable. Or
Um,
if he's like
yeah,
could
yeah, I'll
potentially
let
be
you
like
make a psychology check to see if
hallucinating or something. 24 out of 65.
he seems relatively stable. You're guessing he's not as drunk as Angus usually is, but he's working on it.
Oh,
He's trying.
Well, he's drinking, but he's taking his time, and he's also burning off a lot of the alcohol cutting this wood that he's cutting. Oh, there is a there's a popular stove. You catch the corner of that in one corner, and you guys can see that there is like a stack, like a round pipe that comes out of the top of this thing.
what
Probably-
time of day is it right now?
By the time you guys got here, it's probably about 4 p.m. So there's still a couple hours, 2-3 hours of daylight. It's chilly. It's very cold. He's wearing pretty heavy clothing. Looks like he's got overalls on underneath a jacket.
See, I still want to ask him why
Well,
he told Hodges not to go up there.
He shouldn't have gone up there. If he went up there, they're
Why?
my friends.
Just you? Nobody else?
Now where
He nods at you. Chunk.
now where again did you say that your friends were located up on Stratton Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh yes, but where's so, sir?
Oh, you'll know if you find it.
Where's what?
Chunk.
Where his friends are located.
How would I go about making friends with him?
You could try talking to them.
Did that work for you?
They came to me.
They came to you? What'd they
So
say?
you might not want to bother them unless they come to you.
It's
Mr.
not a bad
Professor.
idea.
Chunk.
So what do they look like?
You're apparently Mr. Professor Lindbergh.
That's right.
Haha.
Well,
You know, my crops haven't failed once since when your friends came along.
That's nice.
Chunk.
doesn't answer my question, but
Right.
Do they make it rain?
And snow.
And
When they want to. He's still just kind of working. He takes another swig off his bottle. He seems to get starting to get a little enjoying himself.
How do they make it rain?
They just do.
Have
Like I
you-
said, they're smarter than the professor here.
Have you
Can they
ever
make it do anything else?
All kinds of things.
Have you ever seen them start fires? Maybe without even any evidence of any fire ever having happened.
Well, no. They start. If they want, they can start a fire. If I want, I can start a fire.
I can start a fire.
Maybe we should start fires together.
I'll start a fire with you.
yeah, like fires.
Seems like we have no firewood.
Well, we will have some.
What you making all this firewood for? Just stocking up for the winter?
Well, it's September. Coming cold soon.
Not if your friends don't let it be cold.
It's awful
Well, they'll
cold right
make it
now.
cold. Yeah,
Is that your friend still?
maybe.
Did
You
you
know,
ask
I don't have no having a dog no more. my friends needed help call their friend. Ifka, I think his name. What is it? Ifkwa? Ilwa? Ifkwa? Something like that. Cthulhu Mythos.
Great.
I think you're the only one in the group who actually has some points in that.
Yeah,
In what?
I had a 7, 8, and
Oh, yeah.
Jump!
a 24 out of 8, and I don't
No, okay, so no ring, no bells for you.
No good
But
thing
he
it's
ain't
not
here
safe.
yet.
What if I roll a 0 out of 0? Is he coming
0-0
soon?
means you have absolutely no Cthulhu Mythos yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something you have to get in
Alright.
gameplay, unfortunately for you guys.
That's
Or
how it
unfortunately for you.
Yeah.
John's already got some because his character has gone kind of crazy, and he learned some stuff from reading some books too. What was your question? I'm
Do
sorry.
you think their friend will come soon?
That's what they want.
I feel it's much more of a
Jump!
Why don't you take us to go see the friends?
Well, I'm not allowed to. They got to come and want to see you. That's why they came and they wanted to see me, and then they helped me out, and then they gave me good crops.
What'd you give them?
Well, I'm just helping them out. They asked me to help them out. Help them out.
When's the
Oh,
last
that
time you
sounds so
saw him?
nice. So how do you?
A little few days. Whew.
Not necessarily. They're
This
really
is tough
important.
work.
Would you like a
Jump.
hand?
Are you?
Oh, you want to help, Professor?
No, my buddy Angus here wants to help.
I'll help.
No, that's all right. Angus seems like a right sort of fellow friend.
So do you help them out with this firewood? Is that how you?
No, they don't need no firewood, girl. Jump. Continue. How old is your
Well,
character?
maybe I want your help, but how do you help them out? Maybe I could use that help too, and I could help you out if you help me out the same way you help them.
Well, they tell me what to do and I do it. You want to tell me what to do and then I help you out by doing it?
The bottles, out of character.
Yeah, you can ask
Bottles
questions.
I saw, they actually have liquid in them?
You couldn't tell, but you're guessing probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah, you get that feeling that they did. They had that kind of opaqueness to them, what the light was getting into that room. Remember, you haven't entered the house yet. Now, did you walk back down to... You could hear
I'm
this
gonna-
conversation.
Right.
I'm
Right now,
gonna
you're just
walk
kind of
over
looking
to-
in the windows.
I'm gonna walk over to where he is now.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
open
walk.
this door,
Okay.
see if that rattles them.
What you doing up there?
Well, I just got done with the hike. Kind of thirsty. I just
Well,
grabbed
come here.
I grabbed one of the bottles.
Okay, so you walk into his little shop. Do me another spot hidden.
Okay.
Or this time, do me a spot hidden. I guess I didn't have you do one before.
Yeah, you
And since I'm like next to him by now, I roll like after he opens the door then.
You were heading this way when he opened
Okay,
the door.
okay.
So you're about halfway
60,
between.
62 out of 70.
Okay, yeah, when you reach down to grab one of the bottles, you do see there's a shotgun underneath that cot. You just notice that. Other than that, you don't really notice anything like of any great interest in the room. I'm assuming when you went in, you actually took a quick look around
Yeah.
of everything that you could see. But aside from just typical stuff you'd think it would be in kind of a, not necessarily a vagrant, but somebody poor's house, you don't see anything. There are no other windows. It's just the window on the one side, which is on the, I guess you guys went north, so the south side's the door, and the window's on the east side, just for you guys' information.
As I come out,
You
I'm-
grabbed one of the bottles and you came out.
Yeah,
It's
so-
like, boy, come here. I got one open already.
I don't like
I
to
ain't
share.
got none of that, like
That's not
those that
yours.
I ain't got the syphilis.
Don't worry, this man will pay you for this bottle. I motion the Angus character. I open it up and
Well, all right.
How much?
What? He seems really lost at that question.
We're at 25 cents.
I don't know, a buck? No, $5. Considering hooch is
That's
illegal, that's not actually
Yeah,
an
I'm
excessive amount of money.
gonna just do it. That's a fair price.
It's a little steep, but it's not too bad.
I've had a few drinks. That's a fair price.
Are you gonna drink any of this?
Hey, Rich,
I'm gonna take a
It
swig
is-
right
I
now.
already gave this kid
It's
$500.
moonshine.
It's moonshine?
Yeah, and I will tell you, it is about 140 proof. So you take a swig, and it is
80%.
rough.
Does that happen?
That's yes, no, it's
Hey.
70% alcohol.
Is it a
$5.
cork
I gave
or-
this man $5.
Yeah, there's cork in the top.
You're
Okay,
his cash
I cork
cow.
it and I give it to
He's your
Silversmith.
problem.
Let this settle the problems we had.
Oh,
Oh man, thanks.
I got my $500.
I
I'm
opened
happy
this
now.
cork.
A
Yeah,
bottle
I'll
of
try it.
moonshine you
Okay,
didn't pay for.
hmm.
Am my problem.
Let's just do a 50-50. Yeah, this is a bit strong. You're doing 120 proof on yours.
Yeah.
This is 140 proof. This is a bit stronger. So yours is about 60% alcohol. This is rougher though. It's not cut from whatever your guy cuts it with is better than this stuff. So the taste is worse, but the alcohol content's
Yeah, I
higher.
got it.
So it's kind of a kick him.
Nice.
He's still waiting for his money.
I thought you'd forget.
No, this is happening between them, but he's still focused on
Now I
it.
got 2 bottles in my hand.
And you have a mason jar and a bottle.
Anyone got a 5? I didn't think so.
You give him a 5? Okay.
Yeah.
He like does it. He folds it in this tiny, tiny thing and he's very carefully puts it in his pocket. Well, aren't you going to share it with your friend here?
Nah,
One
that's fine.
He goes back to
Take a hit
cutting
of
wood.
Keep that.
That's for you.
Oh, okay.
You guys continue talking to this guy as he gets more drunk drinking his beer. Or his beer.
Can I persuade him to tell me
Well, no,
What?
not really, but
with people?
what you do learn from him is that, they're going to bring that big one soon. I don't know when. They don't know when either. But, when they do, maybe it shan't be so blame cold up there then. Up there. He kind of gestures towards Stratton Mountain. Yeah, and it may be worse, sir. I don't know. Then he goes back to, and basically you get the same thing over him. That he's got some friends, that they're doing him some favors, and somebody's coming. Some big one's coming.
Well, we're pretty interested in helping out. Would you mind if we stayed up here a night or two?
Yep.
Yep, you
So
would
yes,
mind?
you'd mind?
I'll help you chop wood.
Nope. No. And this has been a couple hours later, so it's starting. You see the sun starting to go
No,
down.
we need to go.
So
Nope,
yes,
nope.
maybe we should
You
get back
folks are
to,
gonna have to go.
Well, it's good to meet you, chap.
It's good meeting you too, but you gotta get. I'll be working now.
I'm not thinking we should.
What you
I'm
working
going up the
on?
mountain.
Yeah, I think we
I
should stay.
got some. My friends are coming, and you got to get.
All right. We'll
start-
get out here.
I start walking up the mountain, see if he says anything.
You don't want to go up there, boy.
I think I'll be fine. I'll flash my gun.
He just laughs out loud at
Okay.
that. I mean, literally, he sees that your gun, which is
Yeah.
a little. It's a 45 automatic, right? You kind of do this kind of number with your jacket, and there's a big 45 automatic pistol. You recognize it. You're 1911.
I'm sorry, I'm
Oh.
Wait.